To another episode of Hooning and Autofocus. A lot of the Wildcard guys actually brought their cars in, so I wanted to kind of feature some of them before they took off. They actually meet once a year for JCCS, so this was the perfect time kind of for me to get acquainted with some of the newer builds. I don't know much about it. We've got the owner right here. What's up?
What's up?
How are you?
Good, good.
What's your name?
Joe.
Joe, where are you from?
I'm from San Diego.
What is this? I don't even know what this is.
Well, it's a 1972 Datsun 1200. It's kind of the family of the Sunny family of Datsuns, and acquired it about 6 years ago from Ramona, which is east of San Diego.
Wait, what's going on here? What's everyone looking at? What are you guys looking at? What is everyone looking at? Are there parrots? So I don't know much about the 1200. Did it actually come out in the US? Was it available in the US?
It was available as a Datsun 1200, whereas in Japan, I think it was a v110.
Okay. All right, because I've heard of the B210, but I've never heard of the B110.
We started racing it, I guess, in the TS Cup or whatnot. And that's kind of what drew me to that car.
I've actually had a chance to see some of these cars at the Nismo Festival at Fuji Speedway, and I actually was wondering what they were, you know, because I've never really seen them. It's kind of one of those more uncommon cars for people to actually build, but it's super cool that you chose to build it. Why did you want to build this car?
I don't know, it looks pretty cool. Actually, Dennis, our other friend, he showed me some pictures of it, started looking it up, and you know, came across the JCA and they were racing it, and it's a cool little car, you know. And there's not very many around San Diego, at least, so you know, it'd be a challenge to do it, I guess.
Tell me a little bit about the outside exterior. What kind of color is this?
Ooh, the color is tough. It was we were kind of picking between Millennium Jade, I think it was, from the V-Spec R34.
Yes.
And Lexus had a color that was called Desert Sage Green. The painter, the body guy, pretty much put a palette in front of us, and we're just kind of like, oh, which green, and it's kind of landed in between. So, you know, it seemed like the contrast between the darks and the lights kind of appeared more on this green, so we kind of chose this way.
Yeah, I really like it. What did you have to do with the flares? Like, did you custom make them?
No. This was I purchased it from Les Kennedy at Datsun, Classic Datsun Motorsports in San Diego. And he happened to have last set of it, because he used to race these cars, I guess, you know, in the SCCA or whatnot. And he had last set, and I was like, hey, can you hang on to it? And, you know, it happened. Same with the front lip. I got it from him also.
I can kind of see so many different design cues from different cars.
Right.
Like, look at these little baby vents. That's like such a kind of a cool...
That's what I got from the JCA one, the JCA race cars. There used to be a plastic piece that went on top of that, but the way it looked when I was watching those videos, I'm like, man, that looks sleek, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I kept the part, but you know, for the current look, I guess, I kind of wanted them off.
Wildcards. These guys roll so deep, it's amazing. Like, the quality of all their builds are so good. I love it. Ooh, wow.
So this is actually an A12, A series motor. A12 is what it came with. It has an A14 head. So from what I've read, the benefits of getting A14 is just like bigger valves, to be naturally bigger valves. They have more aftermarket parts for it, like performance parts, and they're very they're well available everywhere. They also give you the cheapest bang for your buck as far as performance.
So how many liters is this motor?
It's 1.2.
Whoa, so it is a 1.2.
Yeah.
Okay.
1.2.
It's a lunchbox, but honestly, I call it a backpack motor because I feel like I could fit this in my backpack. It's cool to see how many people actually make parts for this car.
Yeah, Cusco is one of the, I guess, the brands out there that actually make a lot of parts for this car, considering that, you know, like nobody else makes it.
How did you get like this stuff where it looks almost like new old stock? How did you get
That
so much of
one
that
is
stuff?
pretty common, I guess. So they use these latches for B210s and 310s, I believe, and they sell it in Amazon. So real quick fix.
So how much power are you actually putting
I
down?
don't know, man.
What's your best guess? What's your best guess?
Factory was, what is it, 67 horsepower at 6,800 RPM. I don't know, 70 maybe?
70 horsepower. All right, this is one of those things, let me tell you, okay? It's not about the power, it's about the looks, which it has plenty of it, and it's about driving feel and all of that. It is so cool. How much does this weigh?
I think it's like somewhere around the 1,500 pound mark.
Power to weight ratio is not bad. 1,500 pounds, lighter than a Volkswagen Beetle. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but it's really light. So let's check out the interior.
We got some Recaro seats. I believe it was off of a Volkswagen, if I'm not mistaken. Original cluster gauge and everything. Nardi personal steering wheel. Somebody did the carpeting from San Diego. It's actually Elvin's close friend. But other than that, it's a work in progress. So, you know, I have some plans for next year.
It kind of reminds me like of 510 taillights, actually.
Yeah, a lot like it. It's been mistaken for Novas, believe it or not. But it's like a Nova that got thrown in the washer for way too long. You know what I mean? It kind of shrank a little bit.
You mean shrinkage?
Yes!
Let's hear this monster. Has a pretty good chop.
Yeah.
Is it has some like mild cams in it or something? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's awesome. I love this car. What kind of
go-kart, man.
Yeah, what kind of wheels are these?
These are Compomotives. It's 9-inch front, 13 by 9 in the front, and 13 by 9.5 in the rear.
Wow, it's actually almost, it's like close to being square in the rear.
I'm trying to get there, but
Yeah.
you know, we'll see how that works out.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for showing us your car.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. This thing is so cool. I could just cruise in this all day. It would just be so awesome.